Hey, awesomes. How's it going? Apologies for the late video this week. And apologies for the darkness. Having some uh, doing some work, so I've got my lamp on behind me here. Anyway, I say welcome to week 14. I know it's practically over, so I apologize for that. This week, I don't want to say I don't want to oversimplify or oversell it, but really the this reading here and talking about images and text balance is really on kind of an extension from last week where I pulled up my page and we talked about having images that kind of balanced out the text or text that matches the images or images that complement the text, right? And finding that level of balance where it wasn't all text and it's not just all, but just a string of images with a word or two. So feel free to use mine kind of as an example to think about balance. And this reading that I posted for this week from HubSpot, one of my favorite places to really get a lot of good, not only just writing information, especially when it comes to blogs or web pages in general or marketing type materials. Because in a way, the e-portfolio, your personal website that is essentially a marketing effort, if you will, on your part to present yourself in a favorable light. We talked about this could be for your audience, could be potential employers, excuse me. It could be for potential scholarship. It could be for getting into college. It could be for postgraduate school, getting into another school, et cetera, right? Anywhere that you want to showcase or highlight something about yourself. It demonstrates proficiency or expertise in a particular area. And I know in your case where you're probably thinking, hey, I don't have any expertise yet. You do. Highlight those things that make you, right? You need to sell yourself through your website. And so since there's a lot of information on here, I know you probably have looked through this. Some of the things that I think are most important with these, keep your website very simple. Have a visual hierarchy where it's clear, either the title of the page or what that page is supposed to do with that, as opposed to having 14 different things, right, that a page is supposed to do. Try to keep it very, very simplistic, centered, focused would be another good word I would probably use. And I think all these things go to really building credibility when you put all of these things together. It demonstrates that you take the time, that you've thought about your audience, that you've kept things simple, right? That you've made things very, very clear, that you've made your, so if you think about this, if you make yours very, very navigable and you keep it simple and it's very, very clear that you have hierarchy, right? It's very, very clear that you're consistent. It's very, very clear that it's accessible, it's easy, and it's conventional. You're not trying to do things wacky, right? Do things that make it look like even some other pages where traditionally certain things are just on certain places that we're become accustomed to, thanks to Google, thanks to Amazon, thanks to a lot of those other big type of websites and on which we spend a lot of time, YouTube, these type of things. There's a reason for that. We respond to those things. We know how to find things quickly, get what we need, and get out, so to speak. And all those things go to build credibility. And in this particular instance, and in this situation, when you're trying to sell yourself, when you're trying to get a job, right, through selling yourself, you're trying to sell yourself for a scholarship, or you're trying to sell yourself, excuse me, for postgraduate school or graduate school or another specific type of program, if you will. Those are the type of things that will build credibility with them, because they will see and interpret in a way. All right, they paid attention to these details, right? Kept it simple. It was very, very clear. The color balance was also good, right? All the words could be read and understood very, very quickly. Things can be found right on your website about you. It was navigable, right? And it was also accessible. Things could be clicked on very, very easily and go back to a page, go back to the home page and go somewhere else. It was all a pleasant experience. there was a good balance of text and images. There were videos where appropriate. All these things lend towards credibility, and that is ideal, especially for any portfolio or a website, especially that is selling yourself. So as you wrap those up, just really think about balancing those things out and putting those things together. Next week, we'll start talking about reflective argumentation. I may try to get some stuff out to you a little sooner, but just by way of friendly reminder, it's so we're 2 weeks away from our final projects, our last two things that are due. So the reflection screencast assignment, which I'm going to start talking about next week, probably provide you with everything that you need. If you want to start working on that, you can. And then, of course, obviously the website ePortfolio, you can begin working on. I know that you have worked on it. Several of you have already submitted it. Just to reiterate, I just need the link. Okay. You don't have to try to copy and paste in your entire website into just submit the link. There should be a text box when you go to submit the assignment, and you don't have to attach anything. Just in the text box, put www. or whatever it is, copy and paste in the link right there so I can access it, and then we'll be good to go. All right, guys. If you have any questions about any and all that, or like any additional specific guidance, excuse me, for those things, feel free to blazing away as quickly as possible on the project 2 submissions right now. I think I'm close to halfway done. We'll try to get those finished up over the next several days. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, my sincerest apologies for the tardiness of the videos again this week.